Accountability in terms of policy advocacy is something that has not come into the mainstream of what young people get involved into. It's usually programming, doing a lot of volunteer work. A lot of credibility goes into being credible advocates who could come up with the best data and the narratives to push their governments to do good work. And I think being part of RD and 28 years of their historical work, it was a good opportunity for me to be part of something which relates to accountability and a credible organization like Restless Development. How I see it is, if the bigger picture and the smaller picture, which is one young person unable to realize their rights or practice it, is to be able to do so, it has to relate to the bigger picture somewhere or the other. We all do great work in our organizations every day, empowering thousands of young people. However, what if the same could be replicated through policies? And this event which happens in New York can be one of those stimuli which can replicate this model throughout in terms of policies. Because regardless of what amount of work we do on grassroots levels, if it cannot be replicated and only present in different parts, especially in a country like India, it may not happen very easily and smoothly, but if it is able to, we know the magic it can create. One thing that I would like to say, especially to our government representative in New York, is we have 600 million young people and counting. And at this point of time, it's high time that we start relating young people who walk on the streets of India to ones who could actually come up in bigger multilateral positions and at their own local, national as well as regional levels to be good and accountable leaders who could frame the future, because this is the narrative that has always existed. Young people are the leaders of future. What we are not realizing is that young people are the ones who are going to live most in the world, and at the same point of time they are the leaders of today, because one young person that goes for his or her first job is actually starting to become the end line for that corporate, for the organization, whatever the person is working for. What if this young person could become a better leader every day? It could add to the end line as well as to the forefront. It's difficult to say when we talk about policy changes that could happen, but a small indicator of a change that could happen is if the attitude of governments and bigger bodies change in terms of how they engage young people, especially by not making young people sort of guinea pigs for experiments to get involved in volunteer and other programs, but to actually engage them meaningfully by making them a part right from the planning stage right down to replicating the different models that they have in all stages. So meaningful engagement is one way which can indicate the fact that young people are being engaged better.